Welcome to Center of Light. Robert, thank you for this beautiful divine torch. I use it for such reasons, to bless myself. Thank you. Welcome to Center of Light, everyone. As always,
access granted.
Everyone has access. Let's do that again because it's fun.
Access granted. Access granted.
It's always been that way. Let the love of God fall upon you. It's always been that way. Time to celebrate who you are. You are perfect in every way possible. Let's see what this thing does. There we go. Welcome to Center of Light. Trumpet. Center of Light trumpet, the big noise heard around the world. I'm going to postulate an idea. I've been postulating all day. I'm going to throw this out there to you. What you do with it is up to you. At least it's a very beautiful idea, even if it's erroneous. Nah, that's too much like wrong. It's not a wrong. It's just a beautiful idea. Or is it? I am now posting, again, this is deserving of it, so give me one moment. We're going to get down to an amazing presentation. What else do you have to do? Maybe a lot. You might just have some fun. I do. So I'm going to post something in the forum that's very important. I have a new book coming out. Yes, it is a sales pitch. It's okay, because I'm okay with it. New book coming out July 31st, 2020. Homecoming, right there, crossing the bridge to the soul. Ya-na-va, the sacred seed, primordial sounds of your ancient self, your ancient eternal self. We're going deep. Center of Light trumpet, the big noise heard around the world. That's why I gave that big grandiose 4-minute, however long it was. It seems long, makes the point. This has been a long time, beyond time, coming, homecoming. I'm already going into vessel mode. My whole demeanor is changing. The rhymes are coming. Why the rhymes come, I don't know. Because it's another layer to the language we call English. But it's beyond English. It's like playing pool. Do you have a good English on the ball? Do you have your eye on the ball? This cat does as much as I can to whatever degree I can. I don't judge anything. I don't dislike. Well, some things I dislike, some things I like. Not meaning that way, but in a judgmental sense. I take it in as divine love, grace, love nuggets, all that. God is not Democrat. God is not Republican. God is this thing that creates this amazing drama, this play, only to mirror to you, but to everyone simultaneously, itself. That's what God is. The infinite wishing tree that says, yes, you can have whatever you want. No questions asked. Obviously, on some level, we have been doing the right things. I often say that when something bad in the world happens, something amazing in the world happens. And that's not what the truth is at all. That's the drama. This place right here is the creator. And it moves through you as the little g God spoken of in scripture by Jesus himself. So you beyond the good and the bad. You are the observer, the seer, the watcher, the light worker, the light itself. When you stand in the homecoming, going back to the essence of yourself, crossing the bridge to your soul. Can everyone hear everything okay? My voice against the music. Somebody, 2 people, send me an exclamation point. If everyone's, if you see an exclamation point, it doesn't mean that everyone has to do it. So thank you. I'm going to throw a beautiful idea at you. I am not anti-politics. I am not pro-politics. That would be a part of the duality. Thank you, Lincoln. He says everything's fine. So what I am is just an observer. I'm just watching. Because when I'm not caught up in it, and I got caught up in it a few days ago. I did. It's a very real concern. Could be. But is it? I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just throwing out fresh ideas. You can do with it what you like. But always know that I love you. And my intentions always reflect that. Center of light trumpet. Have you noticed in a lot of my presentations from the past, I would just go, trumpet. Today, yesterday, and the day before, as well as some years ago, 3 days ago, yesterday, and today, I'm standing in the kitchen making some coffee, whatever it is I'm doing. And I am thrown into that trumpet blast that you heard at the beginning of this presentation, the intro to it. Like the Tom Cruise movie, War of the Worlds, that trumpet, that thing that just blasts everything. And no matter how much you put your hands to your ears to try to shield it, it will drop you to your knees. Be it because it's so loud, or maybe because the volume, not necessarily loud in the form of the ears, but the volume of it that moves through you, that will bring you to tears, drops you to the ground. And it permeates everything. I've been hearing it for 3 days. So this morning when I woke up, I'm in it again. And then I scroll through social media. Not much longer after. And I was slammed with a possibility. Doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it ain't. All it means is here we go. It's just a beautiful idea. It's not a pat on anyone's back. Some of the people we're going to be talking about later. And it's not none of that. It's not what it is. It's just a beautiful possibility. Remember this always throughout this presentation. Remember this always throughout this presentation. Takes me off the hook. Why would I want to take myself off the hook? Keith, I'm not an idiot. I'm saying that this is a beautiful idea. Take it as one. It's meant as one. But it is a possibility in the infinite sea of all possibilities. It makes sense to me. I hope that I can deliver. I trust that I can. I will deliver clarity to the best that I know clarity to be. About the storyline I'm going to draw, express, be with. I'm going to process it as well. And when I get to the end, if it doesn't make sense to me, I'm going to say, guys, scratch, we're done. I'll chat with you soon. Tonight we are speaking about center of light trump. I want you to listen to that word carefully. Remember, I am not pro nor anti-politics. Just take it as you need. Center of light trumpet. Trump it. Trumpet. T-R-U-M-P space I-T it. Trump it. Or trumpet or trump. Don't judge it. If you're already moving into, oh my God, yay. Or if you're moving into, you're missing the beautiful idea. Don't do that, at least for now. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out, but I want you to hear me from inward outward. I want to paint something that seems to be very congruent for whatever reasons. The divine is not politics whatsoever, but it is, because it controls everything. But I can tell you, it's not Democrat, nor Republican, nor libtard. But it is, because it's everything. It's called Leela, the play of divine consciousness. And it only becomes solidified and real to the one who is taking it any other way than just simply watching a movie in the movie theater. So it's not really we cannot like choices choices people make. We cannot like choices people make. But beyond that, if you get all butthurt, boogered, and bothered, you're swallowing something, a self-induced ass whipping. It's not necessary. You can go, I wish that person wouldn't do that. I do that all the time. It's natural, it's human. Greater than that sort of natural is the supernatural, is when we become super people. When that stuff no longer affects us, that means we are truly able to see everything that's beautiful and everything that's flawed. But that is still the joke, and the joke is still being played, because there's nothing that is flawed. And when we're actually able to see in the divine sea and just see it's just an ocean of sharks that eat things. Those things that are eaten don't want to die, and they don't want to be eaten. But isn't nature beautiful? You tell that to the fish that was just eaten. So if we can actually use this as a metaphor, analogously, to see from this particular place, life gets really easy, really quick. And a person can find peace in a matter of a moment. Do you want it? Lincoln says, is there an opportunity for unity in this chaos? That is exactly what I said. Beautiful question. And so on point, that's just what I expressed. If we're not seeing the unity in the chaos, we will never see the true unity. Because the chaos is what is strangely God's grace that says, what I really want for you, dear one, is to find yourself in the nonsense. Because when you do, nothing forever will ever shake you. Ever. If you can find yourself in the wobble as planted and centered, the storm can bitch all it wants. And you are unbudgeable. Like Peter, the rock. Hello, Starla. Hello, Renee. Lincoln, my bro. Christopher, Bingham. David DeGudis. Erica, Robert. Michelle, Sana. Rena, Jessica. Karmadishasha. Sandy. Patty Martin Broussard. Bridget. Dagny, Virginia. Hello, Virginia. Kelly again. Sandy again. Oh my God, I like repeating myself. Diane. Nori Love. What's up, Nori Love? I want to book you again back on my show. I really would like that. Cindy Owens. Leslie. Melissa Libby. Dana Trudy. Maria Scott Johns. John Talbert. Let's look at YouTube real quick. Hello, Kelly Curtis. I love Kelly Curtis. Kelly Curtis, I love you. You're good to me. Hello, Starla. I think I said Starla. Tonight we're talking about Center of Light Trumpet. I really want you to key in. Play my game with me, will you please? I'm bored. I'm alone. I need people. Play my game with me. Trumpet. Center of Light Trumpet. Trump. It. Trump. Let's just play a little game. See how it unfolds. Hello, Mary. I'm going to take a very short pause. I did post, I'm going to do it again before we get down to some serious. I always have to do my monologue, not because I think I'm Jay Leno or Jimmy Fallon. It just helps me to create acts. Act 1, opening. Act 2, meat and potatoes. Act 3, closing the curtain kind of thing. I just posted in the forum how you can order my books, which is my livelihood, how to pre-order my new book July 31st. I am going to be bringing some information through that wowed me this morning. It totally freaking wowed me. And I just basically want to share my wildness with you. And not only my wildness, but my wildness with you. Center of Light, Trumpet. The big noise heard around the world. That noise doesn't have to sound in the ear canal. Hello, Heather. That noise can happen in the heart canal. It's a noise. It's a sound. Whoa. And it permeates everything. And it's so bold, so powerful. I've had an experience a few years ago When a sound sounded off, it brought me to my knees. And for the last 3 days, this has been hitting me hard in my consciousness as a memory. Heads up. And with all the noise going on and off all around the world, something, at least for me, right, wrong, indifferent, in, out, up, down, left, right, hot, cold, good, bad, holy, blasphemous, said, just simply, Keith, pay attention. I'm paying attention. And I want to share that attention with you. Going to be right back. Center of light trumpet, the big noise heard all around the world. So how about some lavender soul through all this? What am I looking for?
What's behind it that I need more than what I have? I'm just not sure. What am I searching for? The mothership to a distant shore. Could this journey make me more of who I am? I'm just not sure.
Where do you go to find the answers? There is a place you haven't tried. Your search for love is taking chances. Have you ever thought to look inside?
What am I hoping for? A better world, is there a cure? What can I do to help the score? I'm at a loss, I'm just not sure. What am I praying for? To see the light around the world and the people's love restored. Peace on earth, of this I'm sure.
Where do you go to find your answers? There is a place you haven't haven't tried. Your search for love is taking chances. Have you ever thought to look inside? Where do you go to find your answers? There is a place you haven't tried. Your search for love is taking chances. Have you ever thought to look inside? You hold the key to find your answers. I am the door you have not tried. Never again taking chances. Open your heart and walk inside. Walk inside.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Trumpet. Trumpet. Trump. Trumpet. Trump it. Trump. Take it in. Just take it in. If you want to graduate, I want to graduate. I have a handle on something, and I want to offer you a beautiful possibility. Could it be in a way that we never thought coming? Could it be, has it always been that way? Let the love of God fall upon you, for it's always been that way. Time to celebrate who you are. You're perfect in every way. Hello, Dana, Carmen, Lincoln, Sandy, Kelly, everyone. Welcome, Rena. Hello, Rena. Timothy, Jimmy. I want to read something to you before we start moving forward exponentially. I wrote this a while back, and it just showed up in my bullet points. And I posted this a minute ago. Watering the garden of soul, and that's exactly what tonight is about. Homecoming, returning to the soul. Ya, na, va. Who you are at your soul, sacred soul self. Ya, heart, God, will, power. Na, the mind, when it's balanced, discernment, proper judgment, meaning understanding what something is so you can decide what is right. And va, being born on this earth, to be erect, even if you're a paraplegic, quadriplegic, in a wheelchair, being erect does not mean any of that. It means congruent with will and purpose. Yanava. Watering the garden of soul. There is no harvesting a dying political field. This is so exactly what we're talking about, even though you know me not to be into politics. But it's not meant from a political point of view. It's meant from an observing point of view, as the stage, and this part of all the world's a stage, is transpiring and unfolding in front of all of our face. Are you able to sit far back enough in the bleachers or in the Coliseum that you can see everything with a panoramic sweep? Or are you so caught in the drama you want to be near the stage so you can look at your favorite rock star? That's kind of the idea. There is no harvesting a dying political field, for it is a heavily weeded farce. The hope for a fruitful world by tilling the same nutrient deficient soil inside of a dark box will always leave your crop to die on the vine. I'm probably going to get emotional tonight, y'all, a lot. Because the light is not being allowed in, and therefore unable to stimulate growth in your sprouts to a full-grown plant life. Planting yourself inside. Plant life. Being a spiritual agriculturalist, I have learned that when one chooses to step out of that field, one is then able to tend what is growing naturally. In this field, we should plant new seed choices in our new clarity soil, which from the beauty of the unified humanity can fully blossom. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Kelly. So I have some reading to do. It's important. In fact, I was gonna pause and talk, but I want to do it in this way. Day before yesterday, yesterday morning, I woke up at 5 o'clock, which I have not been sleeping, like many of you who like to go shopping early because you're trying to balance things out. At 5:30, I went into meditation and began this channel from my soul. What is my soul? I'm not hanging out with something. I'm fortunate to be in touch with it. I allowed myself to fall into that space intentionally that lives inside of me. That's the only way that anyone can ever do it. And this is what came through for 2 hours. I started at 5:30, even though I got up at 5, and I finished at 7:30. Look at the timestamp, and you'll see it's 7:30 for 2 hours. Good morning, day, evening, wherever you are on the planet. Hello, Janelle. That's not Keith talking. Wherever you are on the planet, beloved souls. What has it all come to? It has come to here, now. Now what? Simple, big, powerful question everyone should be asking themselves. With so much going on in the world, Spirit moves you to be still. Still, who will heed this guidance? Do not worry about who, but you. There is much debate about a deadly virus, be it either real or a hoax or somewhere in between. Glean the overplayed game by those who sit in the seat of control as you try to gain control of your own life. And is there a difference between those two? That has to hurt. That's like salt in the wound. You have gambled, bargained, and played Monopoly over and over as you come to realize that the jig is old, feeling left out in the cold. Have you not? Again, we come back to here now. Now, hear this. Almost everyone has been infected with a virus. The entire grid of the human infrastructure is collapsing exponentially. That, my friend, is the sickness and pandemic you should be most concerned about right now. For what is living if you do not truly live while you are alive? And what is death when you are completely full? The good news is that the truth process has already begun. There's lots of reading here about our present legislation, a judicial system. It's all shutting down. It's all shutting down. I'm going to move a little bit forward. I tell you again that if humanity were in alignment with the divine will, it would not be in its present condition. Coronavirus says, hello. Or we're being introduced to the idea. Let's leave that there. I tell you again that if humanity were in alignment with the divine will, it would not be in its present condition. Makes sense to me. But rest assured, this was in 1996 when I vesseled this. This is not yay Keith. I'm laying out the level of vision that I know and have seen come to pass and still coming into pass. But rest assured, this condition will be corrected. But rest assured, this condition is being corrected now. And now is the time when the world will find itself submerged in absolute God change. And now it is mandatory for everyone to question everything you believe to be true. No matter who you are, no matter what your doctrine, walk, talk, sect, creed, code is. This applies to you. Hello, Linda. Listen to what I'm saying to you, my cosmic brother and sister. No matter who you are, homosexual, heterosexual, whatever sexual, a freak, have tattoos, or it doesn't matter who you are, this applies to you. And now, the time we're living in, it is mandatory for everyone to question everything you believe to be true. That is called a truth. There's no way out of the riddle. There is no way out of that riddle. And now it is mandatory, is it not, for everyone to question everything you believe to be true. As you all meditate upon the enigma of God, you will have no choice but to re-examine what you think to be divine. Is that not the conundrum we are all in? If you don't see that, obviously you're not vibrating high enough simply to understand it. Or you understand it and you're creating a cognitive dissonance within yourself because you're in denial. It's a hell of a responsibility, pun intended. So the question Spirit poses is, will you receive this blessing or keep on keeping on and existing, being walking dead? There is your zombie apocalypse. As you know, death is often brought about by disease. Strangely, you seem to want to keep this sickly, unconscious miserableness as reality at your forefront. And now all of your storefronts are becoming bare and you are lamenting, I can't bear it. And this is the price you pay to be alive? Your medicines, panaceas, and salves does not come from the store shelf, but from within yourself. You are overly concerned with wiping your hiney instead of wiping the collective eyes of the world that has fallen into sadness. Now, with nothing left on your shelves for you to keep you warm and safe in such a time of self-trouble, you even take this charade to a step further on the double to double up and get yours while the getting is good before everyone else. This is a part of the walking dead construct. As if everyone else's life is not as important as yours, that you want to beat them. Think about those two words, to beat them to it. This is utter madness that can only bring all of you more sadness. This is not living but mere existing as walking dead. Have you ever considered that this go-round you call life is not about the survival of your body, but the expansion of your individual soul? Ironically, such expansion is what brings about life on all levels, not just the physical, of which you seem to be so concerned about. Now you are here in this spot as we on the other side await your choice to take the non-step necessary of being still enough to hear the voice of God. That trumpet Has the seventh seal been opened? I'm just asking a very simple question. Has the seventh seal been cracked open? Has the trump, it, played its card? I don't know this to be true. I am not political and I'm not anti-political. I'm just watching something unfold in front of my face that for the last 3 days, I've been hearing a trumpet literally almost buckle me to my knees. Continuing with the channel vessel I got 2 days ago. We on the other side await your choice to take the non-step necessary of being still enough to hear the voice of God so that you can maneuver, or rather wiggle, out of your self-induced mayhem. Boy, are we not in a state of mayhem right now. Or are we? As I have always said, when knuckleheaded nonsense happens, beautiful alignment and purpose happens. So where are we, in the wobble or the tilt or the wiggle out? Continuing forth. This is where it really started to kick me in my spiritual pants the other morning. I want to see who is here so I can lean into the energy of those, and I appreciate you and love you. I'm looking for my dialogue. One moment. There we go. And there we go. Continuing forward with the channel, with Yanava, our own sacred ancient soul. This is where it applies to this moment today. It doesn't have to be true. It's just an idea. Is it a beautiful idea to you? I don't care the vessel or vessels that anything beautiful comes through. I just want beauty. Who does not like beauty? So, all that being said, moving forward, Spirit continues to say, hello, Debbie. Hello, Melinda. Rhonda. Spirit continues to say, Corona this and Corona that. You have been drunk on a poison far greater than your beer or your virus. You have all been affected and infected by your unconscious choices, only to become walking zombie death. My God, children of the Most High, take a breath and a step back and see that your disease and pandemic of has been birthed not out of love, but illusions. Now confusion is what you are left with. And I asked in this meditation, so how do I become clear? And Spirit said, you don't. You open up and let clarity become you. And you do that how? By being absolutely still. Humanity moves around too much, in a hurry to get absolutely nowhere. This transmission may appear to be dark, because it is. Spirit simply can only mirror to you yourself. For those who can see in the dark, they do that because they have found the divine spark by being still. And suddenly things become light, like a switch being flipped. Or you can flip out. The choice is yours. Being still is to recognize that you know nothing about anything and are willing to toss all the nonsense in the fire of eternal God worship, which can only illuminate the truth and you. That is the return to yourself, the return to your innocence, eternally in service, Yanava. I'm going to take a short pause. I'm going to go into my final-ish segment. There's more meat and taters afoot. You want to sit up in a second helping? I want to offer something to you. But I will warn you, Warn seems like a bad word, doesn't it? We always associate the word warn with bad. It's just a heed or just simply a heads up. So I want to warn you. I want to heads up you. The next segment is not going to seem so center of light but it is. That's always my intention. But I'm going to bring in many variables. It's not about judgment. It's about looking at the playing pieces on a game board. So obviously, why do we play games on a board? Earth is the board. Why do we play games as the pawns, beings? So we step up to the game and we roll our dice with life. We do gamble. We shoot craps every day. We gamble with what we know and what we're guessing at. And we take those dice and we go, snake eyes, right? Sometimes we do get exactly that, snake eyes. We don't like the snake so much because it becomes a demon of our own self. Can you look that snake in the eyes? Guess who it looks like? You, me, we. Robert Harrison, what's up, bro? My bro Link says, those that seek to control, thinking that they had superior intellect, are going to be exposed. That's already happening. Hence the time we're living in, revelation. Or I'm asking for the first time tonight, has the seventh seal been cracked? I will tell you I won't say, Robert, thank you. He said 3,500. Love it, thank you. But I'll take 35,000, like you said. Has it been cracked? I'm going to throw an idea that it may be happening in the very near future. Don't know. It doesn't matter if it's right. It's still a beautiful story. You go to the movie knowing that what you're watching is fake because it's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story. But in so doing, is there a beautiful glory that awaits us that none of us has ever considered? Could all that scripture, seriously, you want something possible in the sea of infinite possibility? If you believe in God, and with God, everything is possible. So in God is the infinite sea of possibility. Is it possible that what I'm offering is possibly happening right here, right now, in front of your face, inside of your heart, moving into a greater capacity of what is divine birth, right, eternally yours? I'm not saying, oh my God, Jesus is coming back. He never went anywhere. He's still here. Where did he go? He didn't go anywhere. He became invisible. But he illuminated and unified with the presence, which is omnipresent. Never went anywhere. But is there an unfoldment happening right now that has always been prophesied? And every scripture said differently. I think so. I want to believe it. It's a beautiful idea. And so if many of us get behind such a beautiful idea, we can make it happen, whether it's real or not. When many people when someone has a beautiful idea and they call in 3 carpenters to build a beautiful house to raise their beautiful family, that's a beautiful idea. But if you get 20 people to build a house, it gets to be a real beautiful idea. You get 100 people to build this house, it becomes a mansion, and the house of many mansions with the Father. And it becomes a glorious, great bang of buck of an idea. So even if it's just a beautiful idea, do we not want that as carpenters? I am your brother as carpenters, that we can fashion our consciousness, our way of being inside the temple, that we can fashion, create, build something. So whether what I am offering is actually true, this is not an insurance policy or cushion. It's a fact. Whether I am offering this idea as a possibility, if we get on the train of all of that, we hasten the idea. So something has been coming to me, and I'm going to share with you after this pause, about how I think, honestly, how Donald Trump fits into my idea of what is unfolding. I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm just saying, looking at everything honestly, objectively, become the observer. There is a finger that are moving every pawn on this game board of life. You, me, and the we. And because all of this, coronavirus, Trump, politics, the world in its frizzy chaos, even in its order, Are you seeing order? I'm seeing order. Because I'm back here. I want to be further back. And I'm watching. And I'm seeing something that's beyond the chaos. I'm seeing a dance. But if you're too close, it will look like chaos. But when you detach, step back, you start to see a rhythm of the song and how it's turning within itself, churning, burning, turning infinitely into this beautiful possibility. I am able, at least what I think, to the best understanding I have about myself, is this is a beautiful possibility likely happening. I'll share that with you shortly. Kelly says, I think the seventh seal has been opened. Hello, Debbie. Keith Anthony Blanchard here. Yanaba. Gonna be right back. Let's see what we can play. What other songs are appropriate?
Surely as the rain may fall, I wonder why. Worried there'll come a time when my world is dry, oh so dry. In the summertime, I won't have no water. A little bit harder to take. As I contemplate a billion stars, leaving my hands to fate, that's all I've got, all I've got. In the summertime, I won't have no water. It's a little bit harder to leaving my head
I want to address something very, very important. This is powerful. This is going to change this person. Check this out. What's up, JR? Hello, Debbie. I want to address something. One moment. I want to address this fuzzy issue real quick. I'm waiting to see the change. I don't know why this. There we go. I want to address a beautiful question, a very powerful question. And this can not only change this person. Hello, Carmen Chicha. This could change you as well. The question Debbie Ann Trotter asked is, Debbie, you ready? Debbie, you ready? Everyone, are we ready? I'm hyping it up on purpose. Debbie Ann Trotter asked a question, a beautiful question. See, it's not the question. Though when I read the words, I want you to lean into the words. Listen to the words being spoken, said, read. And then take yourself away from the question or the statement. There's another language being said. If you can hear that, you get it. She says, and this is awesome. I am having a hard time learning all of this. I'm only learning and doing a bit at a time. Let me tell you what I hear in that question or that statement. She's being honest. I'm having a hard time, so she thinks, learning all of this. I'm only learning and doing a bit at a time. Yes, you are. And that puts you right there. Now I want to take you, Debbie, to a level you never thought about yet until I throw this love nugget into your head. Heart experience. Check this out. When she said, I am having a hard time learning all of this, I'm only learning and doing a bit at a time. She sits here. What she's really saying is, I am intending all that I know is me to bring it into a form of my conscious awareness so I can understand it and take the next step. That's what she's doing. It's not the words. It's the empty space between the words, which she is saying is, I am engaging to a beautiful possibility. That's what she's doing. She's not just conveying this idea. She is imparting her spirit to all of us and to herself. This is what is transpiring for her. So, Debbie, what I would like to offer you is you don't have to try. It's not a trying, sweetheart. It's simply just being happy. Just be happy. That's it. And in the being happy, a new understanding begins to sound off in the consciousness, and naturally you understand it. It's not some language you go to school to learn. In your happiness is the everything that is everything. So, congratulations that you want the it of it all so much that you've befuddled yourself. That is where your understanding lies, dear. What a honest, powerful question. Even though it's a statement, it is a question. She's posing something. She posted in this forum. My bro Lincoln says something. Correct me if I'm wrong, Keith, but I think I've found you in this tribe of absolutely amazing souls because we are going to bring peace and unity to the world. As corny as the sentiment sounds, I believe it. We all are. I am humbled to be a part of you. and what I know this forum heart is. Robert Harrison says, when Sir Francis Bacon and other translators of the Biblia into English, it was noticed that there is an alchemical encoding regarding the revelation according to the saints, or to Saint John. Juan, John, Yah, heart. Though it sounds like a person, and it is people, and it is a person, but it's the primordial sound, John, Yah, Juan. It's the Mexican version of, Latino version of John, Juan, Yah. So English is just the English version of Yah, John, and so forth and so on. And the nut doesn't fall far from the tree. Continuing forth, this is where things can get a little dark. Not for effect, but it can and will affect and infect you. It will infect you, not like the coronavirus, but it will infect you if you are one that likes research and you want to learn. You simply just want to learn about the truth. It doesn't mean this segment is the truth, but what is the truth about this segment is that I'm being honest, vulnerable, passionate, and sincere to say, I'm not sure what this is either, but it does have my attention. And so that means I equally am open to your ideas, and you have my attention. So I can say, wow, isn't this about all of us figuring this not out, but figuring this in together? So in this dance, we become unified, tribe Yanava. I am not going to mention names. I am going to put this into the forum. You could save it for later, but I will share with you my findings. Right, wrong, good, bad, in, out, up, down. Doesn't matter. Kelly says I had to step back today, away from everything, but I'm realizing how much and everyone I love. Thank you for talking to all of us today. You're lovely. So I'm posting in the forums now. You can look now, you can look later. Don't take it for the post, because this is just an idea. Take it for the possibility. So it does not, it is not an attempt to call out the person being called out. That is not my agenda. My agenda is to say this is happening to people you never thought it possible would be doing such things. The person that is posted, I don't judge. I hope it's not true. But I have done lots of research, and that name comes to the forefront quite often. It's not about him. It's people alike differently. In fact, I should be ashamed of myself. I shouldn't have made that post. I'm asking you, in fact, I'm going to delete it. It was not intended with any illness. I'm going to delete it. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. I'm being honest, vulnerable. If you have seen this post, just delete it. Okay? Do that for me. Shame on me. But I have no issue whatsoever making this post. This is not a showboat. This is about a fact that does have some credibility. There is a lineage of souls that have come into the world to make a difference. And I believe this is possibly an avenue, the post I'm about to make, of someone who had power. He did have power in trying to make a difference. When you see the post, you will figure it out for yourself who it is, which is a granddaughter. So you can do this later. Look at it. But I will read it here shortly myself. What's up, Adam Hart Memphis? So let me post this in YouTube real quick. All right, so welcome to Center of Light Trumpet. Trump it. Trump space it. Trump it. Trumpet or Trump. I am not political. I am not anti-political. I'm throwing a fishing lure out there for everyone just to nibble on. See how it tastes in your mouth, hoping you don't get your ass fried in the frying pan. Just chew on it. Look at it for what it is. Try to make some redonkulous sense of it or not. What I just posted was something that Laura Eisenhower, Dwight Eisenhower's granddaughter, who recently had a one-on-one dialogue with Donald Trump. Again, I'm going to say I am not into the political arena. I understand the universal intelligence that is infinite is conducting and orchestrating the entire cosmic soup and goop. It's not what we think. The latest intel, where Laura got this from, I don't know. Like I said, she just had a conversation with Trump. She would never convey such things. But I like her. I like her a lot. I like her position. She's very honest. Wherever this intel comes from, I don't know what's happening. I am not saying don't take your medicine. I am not saying don't wash your hands. I am not saying don't do any of those things that are flooding the arena, even to whatever level, distracting you from your own beautiful sacred life. I understand caution and concern. I get it. I want to know if there's a tiger behind the tree waiting for me. I do want to know that. But until the call comes, does every tree I walk upon have to scare the living shit out of me because I think there's a tiger waiting to eat me? Here is that post. Is it possible? Don't get your panties in a wad. Don't get your butt hurt. Nobody's trying to pour salt in your wound. Just hear it. The trumpet. The coronavirus cover up 2020. Number one, just hear it. Get civilian, and this is actually in pro Donald Trump. Get civilians and children off the streets, schools, and public events. It prevents the cabal doing mass killings for distraction or to take revenge. Number two, quarantine. This is the QAnon stuff. Cover for mass arrests. It's coming. Mass arrest is coming. Self-quarantine is the world leader and Hollywood celebrity version of the CEO resignation. Number three, shut down airports and borders equals no escape for the cabal. Just take it in. It doesn't have to mean anything. Earthquakes in Glen Falls, New York equals destroying remaining dumb hideouts and shuttles. Number four, capture, execute cabal figureheads and celebrities swiftly without having to red pill the public, which can come later after the dust has settled. Number five, 0% payroll tax. Extend 4/15 tax deadline equals restructure the IRS, cut off tax revenue to corrupt IRS money, funnel to cabal. Number six, draining the swamp operation disguised as a public health safety response. Genius Patriots plan. God bless America. Please stock up on popcorn between now and 4/10/20. As with absolutely everything that is shared on the internet, take what resonates for you and completely disregard the rest. Doesn't have to mean anything. Let me ask you this. Even in all your piss and vinegar mad against Trump or Democrats, let me just throw this possibility out there. If we are such a person that says, I don't care what it looks like, because God will use everything as a pawn in the game of life. I don't care what it looks like. I just know I want this as the result. Even if the pawn being moved goes against what you think should happen, and your result is truly what you're wanting it to be, just be open. Because I am not a political person. But somehow, for some reason, obviously some way, it is happening in this arena, in this regard. Take it for what it's worth. Poop on the rest. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to close out the program. I do have one final segment, and we're going to lean heavy into some strange ideas. They're possible, but they're also, more importantly, absolutely beautiful.
I will be with you always, until the end of time. You will never be alone. I am.
All of my life, all of my days, I feel you there beside me. All of my life, all through my days, I've seen places far away. Wondering just when, time and again, I have come to know you. Wondering just when, time and again, you are there beside me. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me, I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. Help me know that.
It is my will that you know me. I will not hide my love from you. You create your reality, and every moment by your own perceptions, your judgments, actions. Peace is a state of mind. Bliss is a state of heart. Heaven is a state of being.
Deep in my heart, I know you're there. I can always feel you guiding my life to see the light that will lead me to the truth. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me, I celebrate times of my life.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight we're talking about Center of Light Trumpet. Look, I have no issue about being wrong. I am just wanting to be, I'm on fire, wanting beautiful possibility to unfold. I'm just throwing out this thing, man. Listen, this is what just happened to me. I like fanciful ideas. Aren't fanciful ideas beautiful? Don't we tell our children at a very early age these fables and fairy tales about these beautiful false realities? Could this possibly be happening in front of our face? Which many scripture have revealed for thousands upon thousands of years. Did it not say, do you believe in any scripture at all that has some handle on the level of consciousness that says, there are seekers, sages, and seers who have come to this level of vision? Why can't it be now? It has to be sometime when. When is that? When is that now? Maybe that now is now. Beautiful idea. So I just ate. Oh my God, these are freaking amazing. Aldi's. Yeah, but kid, you shouldn't. Bullshit. So moving on. Welcome to Center of Light Trumpet. Just an idea. This idea will settle with you better if you're anti-Trump or if you're Democrat. I'm not trying to sway you. I'm asking you to follow me to a place. It's okay. Just follow me. If we understand that, if we believe Scripture and Webster's Dictionary, that scripturally, as well as Webster's Dictionary, defines omnipresent as present in all places at all times, there is nowhere it is not. Very simple. There's no escape or argument in that bringing forth. Now we're settled in the truth. Wow. I'm in the truth. And you, of course you are. Because you're back into your innocent, beautiful, sexy human self. Even Webster was sexy. Probably one of the most sexy of all of us. So now we understand that spirit is omnipresent. It's in this glass of water. It's in that cheesy puff. It's in everything. So now that I understand that, and what we call folly, good, bad, in, out, right, wrong, up, down, left, right, hot, cold, holy, blasphemous, becomes an illusion. Because it doesn't become an illusion. It is an illusion, and we engage in it. And yes, I have my human moments. The law still does not change. So if it's all a divine play, who we are as a pawn as we move through the game of board of life simply just dictates us our script. That's it. But there is a divine script being played out by the hand of God only. There is no other hand moving anything. Your mind can make you think that you have an influence. You may have what we call an influence, but really you don't. On the next level up, and the next level up, and the next level up, everything is moved by higher and powerful spiritual forces. Let's continue to move forces forth. Has the seventh seal been cracked open? Has the seventh seal been cracked open? Or will it be very soon? July 1st, 2020. Check this out. Read it yourself. Doesn't mean it's right. It simply means it's a beautiful possibility. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Hello, Lady Elaine. So here's a beautiful possibility. Just look at it. Is that it? No, that's not it. I had this. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There it is. As soon as I woke up this morning, and was thrown into this divine experience. I see this in my feed. Yahweh, Yah, Yahweh, Yanavah, Yahweh, Feast of Trumpets. Scripture says, on the first day of the 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall not do any ordinary work. It is a day for you to blow the trumpets. You saw the post a little while ago, or the link I sent you, about the draining of the swamp by Trump. I'm not pro-politics or anti-politics. I'm just throwing this out there like a lunch meat sandwich. Right? Leviticus. In the 7th month, on the first day of the month, you shall observe a day of solemn rest, a memorial proclaimed with blast of trumpets, a holy convocation. I'm just throwing out a sandwich. I don't know what it means. I know it does not smell like a coronavirus. Something inside of me says it's horse shit. Every election season comes a new virus, Ebola, SARS, MERS, this, that. I am not supporting you in going out and not listening to my own advice. That's not what I'm doing at all. Use your God-given faculties. Your greatest faculties. Your faculties of understanding, reasoning, backing off, being faithful, being in the moment of, oh my God, I just want to understand so I can grow and prosper and spread the love and light that you've so bestowed upon me to everyone I meet. That's why I'm on the earth. Is it not? Moving forward, welcome to Center of Light. Trumpet, the big noise heard all around the world.
The analogy is like a
Wow.
slow cook.
Let me kill that.
Being cooked, but we're talking about heat.
There we go. Let me fast forward that. So as we continue to move forward, let me look at my notes. I always go with very few notes. Eddie Harris, hello. Mary Amalone. So it's my time. I'm going to jet, but I want to offer this up as a synopsis, an overview. I don't assume to know what's happening. I don't assume what's happening to me. I know what's happening to me, and this platform allows me to share it. Take it for what it's worth. Disregard it for what it's worth. It doesn't matter. I like knowing what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what is important and powerful for you, to you, through you, for other people. That's what I want to know. That's where the ultimate power of everything is. An overview of tonight. Something is happening in the world. I have often said something really bad happens in the world, something really good happens. Or you're being distracted by the bad. Not blaming anyone, just fact. Or you're being distracted by the bad to where you can't just turn your head and focus on good. But because we're on the earth, for every disease there's an ease. For every illness there's a cure. It's a fact. We may have found it yet, or they might be withholding it, but we don't blame them. But the fact of the matter is, there's always balance, yin-yang. So when something like coronavirus, horseshit, happens, there's always an opposite. Oh my God, I just walked into a red rose patch, and you smell the beautiful blessings of God's grace. Sometimes it can smell like horseshit. Because once you get a whiff of that, you understand what true beauty actually is. Therefore, you can navigate and deviate your attention to something else as a beautiful possibility, which I am offering and have offered through this platform tonight. I don't care how it shows up. I hope it shows up in a way I never thought possible. Not only do I get what I want, but I get a bang, an expansion that I never thought is possible and or could ever come. I understand the man that we know as the President of the United States. I understand his way. Strange, way off the cuff, selfish. I get all that. It doesn't mean that the light in this manifestation of the finger of God, it didn't mean Trump only. It means you as well, or anyone in the world for that matter, is all being moved by the master puppeteer. And the only way we can understand the play, the drama, and the unfoldment of something beautiful is to get out of what we have always called, known, and or associated and identified as pain. There is no other way. So now things begin to become light. I'm just looking. I'm looking through the glass. I'm looking through the glass. There is movement afoot. Is it possible July 1st? I am not one of those people that say the end of the world is coming. That's not what this is. Scripture has a point. All Scripture does. That's why we follow certain doctrines. Because it warms our heart. It creates hope and beautiful possibility. Sometimes, if I knew I was right, I never would have lost the quote love of my life that left me all those years ago. Ironically, that helped me to find God itself, myself. Back then, it looked like the devil to me. It did. Because everything went dark night of the soul. The devil's got me convinced and tempted. And now it's the most amazing, beautiful blessing that has become an undressing of everything that I thought was being covered up. The truth is being covered up. It's always being covered up. The truth is just too bright. It's just too bright. You have to adjust your eyes to be able to look at the sun. Do you not? I don't care how it unfolds. I'm just ready. There are lots of variables, lots of ingredients in this spiritual, political gumbo. I'm not going out like a Dumbo. I'm just watching. I'm watching the spin. I want to win. Again, center of light, Trumpet. Is it coincidence that his name is Trump? Is it really? Is it possible that there's some humor, the divine comedy, saying the joke is actually on all of you? I'm open to that idea. I don't mind being laughed at. I've been laughed at all of my life. I don't have to like what people do. Even people who do good. I had a lawyer friend of mine say, no good deed goes unpunished. When you get butthurt about that, you're not in the garden. It deserves a good laugh. Let's see who is here before I sign off. Sandy Hunt says, I don't know if it has yet, but if not, it will soon. The world is collapsing. The power structure is collapsing, and they know it. They're holding on with the last knuckle on the last finger to the cliff. And they're trying one last ploy to get you to employ nonsense. It's almost as if people don't want to not be afraid. They want this strangeness to be true. You think I'm bullshitting you? Look out, back off, look at the mass of sheeple. It's not a judgment against them. It's a word we use to describe a group of people who act accordingly. And so doing, you will back off. You will see, oh my God, the herd is being established and ready for slaughter. Whatever that means. Son or daughter, just back up and look. And you'll see there is a cosmic current moving. You don't have to like a something I didn't like when that girl left. You don't have to like Donald Trump. You don't have to like Hillary Clinton. It's all just pawns on a board on the game of life, being moved by the divine finger for everyone, but yet simultaneously everyone individually, collectively. What are you experiencing? I am beginning to see. See? And I want to give it to you. And if you got something from me, give it to me. You see? I want what you got. I will put you on my radio show. I dare you. Come tell your truth. Make sure it moves people. I want you to move people. I want you to be yourself. There's nobody else. Center of Light Trumpet. There is a clarion call happening. Is it possible? Just asking. I will never declare. Is it possible July 1st, 2020? I'm saying from what I know, how I know the dance of spirit, how it moves by being around people such as this, God incarnate on the earth, how they move, dance, act, and behave, the things they say, more importantly, the things they don't say. When you understand that language, your vision capacity gets greater. You become more of a lover, not a hater. I still have my grumbling moments like you. It's okay. So to answer Debbie's question again from earlier, I'm trying to get all this and I'm doing my best bit by bit. The very reason or the fact that you posted such a point or question is stating to you that you already get it because you are in intention, passion, sincerity, vulnerability, humilityville. So you're already in it. So don't take your situation and make it harder on yourself by saying, I am so wanting to be in it. I'm trying. You're not trying, you are doing. And in the doing of it is exactly what you think you're not doing. Please see that. There is nothing else. Because until you get that, you will never advance. No matter who you are. Never. Sandy says, so that it can change and be rebuilt. It's exactly what it is. The world's infrastructure is almost collapsed. Maybe 10% more left and the cards will be done. An awakening to the world peace and heaven and earth. What, Sandy says, what if we are all a little right and a little wrong? Well, of course, that's a fact of the matter. It's always been that way. So we have to find ourselves between these two polarities. I'm always right, I'm always wrong. Everyone is always a little bit right and a little bit wrong. That's not what actually everyone is. What everyone is the being in the consciousness experiencing the dynamic between that. Everyone is always a little bit right. Everyone is always a little bit wrong. So when we fall into that place, then you're living in being righted, balanced, congruent with spirit. Buddha said, you play the guitar with the string too tight, it'll break. You play it with the string too loose, it won't play. It's the middle way, the middle, the zero, the nothing, the empty space. This is happening. But you have to learn to get out of the bullshit and the noise, the coronavirus, this, that. I am not asking you to not wash your hands. I am not asking you to not take precautions. I'm not asking you to do that. I am saying just be you, man. Do your thing. There is a stink afoot and a stinky foot. Be aware. The trumpet is being sounded. Trump it. Trumpet. Trump. I'm just posing questions. I don't know the answer. I know that it looks like a beautiful possibility. I don't care how that looks and how it comes down the pike. I am open to infinite possibility. It does have my attention. I love you beyond measure. Peace, love, and light. God bless you.